Straight Alliance for Gender and Sexuality Awareness. And today we just want to introduce you to our community a little bit, some of our struggles, some of our goals, so welcome. You may have heard about the gay community. You may not know exactly what that is. You may have heard about us in the news. This may be because we're one of the communities in this country that still doesn't enjoy equal rights throughout the whole country. It's true. You can still be fired for being gay. You can still be denied housing, be kicked off your sports team for who you love or how you decide to present your gender. In Massachusetts, we do have equal rights under the law, so that's awesome. But we are always striving for more respect and more equality. Even though we feel that here at SHS, we know that we do have equal rights here, we don't always feel equally respected. And we feel that one way to gain respect is certainly to just give you more information and learn through understanding. People fear what they don't know. People hate what they don't understand. So today we're just going to try and create some more understanding here, some more respect, some more equality at Somerville High. Good? Yeah. With a quick little interactive activity with you all, just get you engaged. So it's called Stand Up, Sit Down. And in Stand Up, Sit Down, real quick, I know you're tired, but you can do it. I'm going to say, thank you, I'm going to say a statement, and if that is true for you, I'd like you to just stand up, and then I'll tell you to sit back down. Okay, so first statement, stand up if you used Snapchat today. Thank you, have a seat. You may be on it right now. Okay, thank you, have a seat. Okay, stand up if you know of a gay celebrity, maybe a singer or someone on TV or the internet. Great. Okay, sit down, thank you. Okay, thank you. For this one, right? So, stand up if you have ever heard anti-gay language like "that's so gay" or like "no homo" or the F word, stuff like that. Okay. All right, listen, stay with me, ready? Keep standing if you have heard that language in the past week. Okay. Okay, hold up, ready? Keep standing if you have heard that language in the past day. Maybe in the past hour, yeah. Okay, thank you. You can have a seat again. Thank you. We're not done yet. And finally, if you could stand if you have a gay friend or family member. Thank you so much. Have a seat. Thank you so much. So the point of that, of course, I think visually we can see that these issues do affect us all, and it's connected and it's part of our community. So that's part of why we're talking about it today. But the reason I have my awesome team up here right now is because what we're going to try to accomplish as the Somerville GSA today is just to introduce you to some of our community. We have a lot of letters up here. You may know what some mean, you may not. And what my team is going to do is just introduce them to you. But first, let me blow your mind. You ready? Okay, because slide. Do we have the slide? No? Wonderful. Oh, here we go. So, first slide. Next one, yeah. We often think of gender and sexuality as just a binary, just two choices, either male or female, either gay or straight, but next slide. It is actually much more interesting than that, okay? You have male, female, but there's a lot of other possibilities, okay? There's a lot going on in between and around that. And it's the same with gay and straight. It's not just gay and straight, there's a whole rainbow of other possibilities. And so we just want to introduce you to some of that today, okay? Thank you, and we'll go to the next slide, please. So my team here is going to just introduce you to some of these terms, and I just want to be clear that the students holding these letters, it does not mean that they identify as that letter, just to be clear.
L stands for lesbian, which is when a woman is emotionally, romantically, and/or sexually attracted to other women.
And G, come on down.
G is for gay, which is when a man is emotionally, romantically, and/or sexually attracted to other men. It can also be an umbrella term for the whole LGBTQ, etc. community.
Thank you.
B is for bisexual, which refers to people who are attracted to two or more genders, romantically or sexually.
T is for trans, which is a person whose assigned gender at birth does not match their true gender identity.
Q stands for queer, which is another umbrella term, one that can stand for the entire LGBTQ plus community.
Q can also stand for questioning, which is someone who is questioning their gender identity and/or sexual and romantic orientation. A is for asexual, which is a person who does not experience sexual attraction.
A can also stand for allies, straight people who support our community. People who accept people for who they are because that's what being a decent human being means.
I stands for intersex, a general term used to describe a variety of situations in which a person is born with sexual anatomy that doesn't fit the binary definition of male or female.
The plus sign. There are so many other letters in our community, such as pan and demi, poly and aromantic, and so many more. You can find out more about our whole community at the GSA.
Awesome job. Can we get a big round of applause for our team? Okay, thank you. And yes, you know, if you want to learn more about any of this stuff, you can see me at any time. You also can come to any of our meetings. It's always open to new members every Tuesday in my room. That's 337 Miss Post.
Hello everyone, we are the True Colors Creative Action Group for gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual youth and their allies 14 to 29. I'm Chi.
And I'm Marcel. Today's presentation is reporting Life Under the Rainbow, an original performance created through the collaboration of the Creative Action Crew, Ensemble, and production team.
Please refrain from photography or videography. Thank you and enjoy.
I don't know.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the LGBTQ News. I am Montague.
Nice.
Thanks for joining us.
We started this news because we feel that the news we see is very heteronormative. Sure, it may talk about the legalization of gay marriage or Caitlyn Jenner, but it is still viewing queer people as not being normal. So we decided that we need to see the news from an LGBTQ perspective.
Also, Mike is my best friend.
Thanks, Monty.
And we want to do a project together. Hey, we're on YouTube. Our show was born.
Can we get to the top of our story?
Sure. Our top story today is something about PrEP, right?
All right, go on.
Our top story, although PrEP or prenatal tools of prophylaxis has been available in the United States for almost a year, not many people actually know about it. So we want to make sure that we told you all.
It is not a cure for HIV, but it can definitely stop transmission. Because if you take it before being exposed to the virus, it can prevent you from acquiring it.
It is otherwise known as Truvada.
PrEP works by beginning to take your medication 4 weeks before exposure, which is to say a month before having sex with a partner who's HIV positive or whose status is uncertain, and continuing to take your medication regularly.
Mike, that is amazing news.
It was your idea to talk about it.
I know. A storyline about PrEP was also recently featured on a TV show schedule. Clinical trials have shown that it is at least 92% effective.
Remember, Truvada won't cure HIV, but it can definitely stop transmission. So if you're at risk, meaning if you're having sex, especially unprotected, you should see a doctor or a medical professional.
Even when that's difficult to do.
You know, I had a terrible doctor once.
Not me. My doctors have always been respectful.
You're lucky.
I know. Final word about PrEP. I always seek out a doctor who is respectful of the needs of their patients.
Because getting tested, whether you're on PrEP, can make you very vulnerable. Me too. We're recording.
Oh, right. That's you, Mike.
We have a human interest story for you today. Frito-Lay has launched LGBT rainbow chips in support of the It Gets Better project, a project that supports people who have been abused and harassed for their sexual orientation.
Frito-Lay even also marched in Pride, which is also welcoming and thoughtful.
I don't know, Monty. Some people are having questions. They wonder if there's too many corporations or if it's about gay rights at all. There are even anti-pride parades happening these days.
Huh, that's interesting, Mike.
Isn't it?
I can see what anti-pride people mean, but Frito-Lay is also asking people to pledge their support so it gets better.
Even It Gets Better is controversial.
I know about that, but it's still a pledge about LGBTQ people. You know, it's not like it's some commercial of some girl trying to kiss with a gay best friend.
I guess you're right. I'm just glad Frito-Lay has a new way of offering.
And us two friends. We want to be a place for all kinds of LGBTQ stories.
So starting next week, we'll be having guests.
So far, we have 3 guests lined up. A lesbian student from Duke University, a man named Jared who used to say he's the gay best friend,
And we have Monty's friend Lachey.
Hey, let me tell it.
So you told the rest?
But he's my friend. She's my friend.
Well, now they know anyways.
We're excited about this change in our show. The LGBTQ world is changing, and we want to make sure that our show is changing the world.
So if you know of anyone who wants to be interviewed on the LGBTQ news, please share this episode with them.
Thank you all for watching.
Well, that brings us to the end of our news. I'm Mike Zielinski.
And I'm Monty.
And you have been watching the LGBT